Okay, how are we progressing down here? Are we making a difference? Are we making the world a better place? Are we making this cave a better place? The world's a bit too big of a target, but, you know, this cave, maybe that's doable. Yeah, it's sort of making the world a better place. Or rather, people are not making it a better place. My wife messaged me this morning about something. About one of the local streets. She said, did you know about this fly tipping that had happened in our local streets? Now, fly tipping's I think it's a very local phrase from Britain, probably Ireland as well, which is when you just dump rubbish on the street. Okay, now I don't mean like literally. I don't mean like dropping a crisp packet. No. I mean, it's usually something. It's often like building work and stuff like that. It's like building waste, like maybe like you drop a fridge freezer off in the by the side of the street, or a bunch of bags of I don't know, bags of like soil from a garden. You don't want to dispose of them properly because you're presumably working for a company, and if you want to take that to the local recycling centre, well, as a kid, I would call a rubbish dump. Come on, Figgy. Figgy, we'll leave you here for a minute. We'll put the buckets on the other side, isn't it? Yeah, instead of doing that, because that's going to cost you money, you know, it's going to hurt your bottom line. So instead, what you do, we'll read that in a minute, is you just dump it on the side of the street. Yeah, now this happens a lot, and it happens often on the country lanes. It's a bit harder to do on the high street. Someone might spot and say something. Probably. If you just, well, no, maybe not. If you were in a high-vis vest and you got out of your van, you just parked a fridge freezer on the side of the road and then drove off. Probably no one would say anything in Britain, although they might. They probably would take a note of your plates and check on you later. But this often happens to us on the local lanes, what we just call the lanes, which are the back roads. Don't do that, me. Wrong button. On the back roads, you know, between the farms, and there's no one watching around there. They're quiet. Do it late at night. You know, dump your stuff and walk away or drive away. That's what you do. And occasionally people get caught, but not very often. Let's read this first before I finish this. So far we've been working around these cave bug things. Okay, so you knew about the cave bugs, the creepy bugs. They tend to come out and skitter around watching us, steal some of our food supplies, and run back off to the tunnels. They're just big pests. So they're just like a big rat or something. You know, they're a minor annoyance. However, they get a lot more active when we start chipping away at the crystals. Something don't seem to mind, but something about the sound of the crystals. Oh, it's not quite written out properly. I think it's the sound. Okay, I was joking before about, you know, them worshipping the crystals, but maybe it's just like some bugs. You know, some of them, a lot of them are triggered by smells. Oh, there's something down here. I think it's just rubbish rather than organs, but we'll have a look. Oh, it's yeah, it's a crisp packet. Oh, it's been fly tipping. No, they've been littering. They've not been fly tipping. They've been littering. Yeah. Yeah. Some insects are like a lot of them are interested by smells, but some are affected by sound. You know, and insects tend to feel sounds throughout their entire body rather than having ears like us. Anyway, so yeah, back to the fly tipping. So yeah, so this happens. You know, it's annoying, and it can be all sorts of things. It can just be a bunch of like bags of like plasterboard or whatever, or like I say, garden waste. I've seen like bags of like topsoil dumped before. Now it's all going to cost money to go to the local tip, so you just dump it, and you probably don't get caught. And probably if you do get caught, I'm betting the fine isn't that high. Depends on what you dump it, I guess. Let's just tip this out. This would be fly tipping if they charge me for it. Oh, that would be a thing. What if you had a version of the game where you had to pay to dump stuff? You earned from like recycling, but you had to pay to dump your stuff. That'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, let's not get distracted. So yeah, so okay. Wife says fly tipping has occurred. Local lanes. Interesting. Send me the pic. It was a house. Okay, that's an exaggeration. Let's just pause for humour there. But it's no, it wasn't quite a house. But close. It was in fact what I'd call a porter cabin, like a Oh, I like that. Oh no! Come on. I like the rolling. No, that's straightening it. Hold on, wrong button. Yeah, that's a good way of transporting. I like that. We're going to transport them all like that from now on, okay? That will drive you around the bend. So, it was a porter cabin, so that's like a work cabin, essentially is what it is. Who's this? This is Maurice. Oh, Maurice, I thought you were still a homebody, but you've been snipped in two. Presumably, hold on. Oh, damn it, I thought there was no thing down there. I was going to say, by a buggers. I haven't used the throw key enough. How is it to throw a big body? I can't remember. Yeah, I didn't think big bodies, like, through like that. You can throw small organs. I've always just relied on the old flick. The old flick and chuck. Which is obviously not very efficient when I do it. Yeah. So a porter cabin's a work van, essentially. Not a work van, like a work cabin. You know, someone's doing some work on site. Builders are doing whatever, and they Are we around the other side already? We are. We're close. This is the thing, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. They need a little place to store their tools, or probably more likely, because tools get nicked, they need to have a place to sit quietly out the rain, or they need to have a toilet because there's no toilet on site because they're still working on that kind of thing. It's a little house to live in, yeah. And sometimes they get used on farms as well. You know, it's a good place for us to be storage. And quite frankly, if the schools have been the local authorities have been really lazy or having no money, I certainly learnt languages very badly for quite a long time in school in a porter cabin because they weren't able to build a new building yet for the school. Because welcome to Britain. Even Britain a long time ago. It's probably not very different now, I wouldn't imagine. Anyway, so porter cabin, yeah. So someone had taken this thing and just dumped it in the middle of it. And when they say the lanes, these are narrow paths between the farms, and we have to have lots of passing places. Yeah, you have to. Not two vehicles can't necessarily pass each other very easily, especially with bigger vehicles these days. And yeah, that's where they've dumped it. They've blocked most of the street. And this thing, I'm looking at it. It's quite amusing. One of my sons was saying, oh god damn it, dropped them everywhere. There was like a little blind in the window, and there was a traffic cone stuck partly between the blind and the window. It's like, what's going on there? But it was. This is a proper little building. It had an electrical hookup on the side. You could see it. It had a space at one end that I knew was where the built-in toilet would be. It wouldn't have been it wasn't a holiday caravan. You wouldn't wanted to stay in it, but you're really desperate. But it was a. That's what it was. It was a porter cabin. It's just quite amazing that someone would dump this. I don't know. Mind boggled, as they say. Ooh, I thought I'd hit the edge for a second there. Anyway, let's go down and clear up my mess on this dodgy bit where I'm nearly falling in every time. No, don't do that. There you go. And you know why they did it? Because the costs of dumping, they say, cost of dumping these things. The local recycling centre. I mean, what is a porter cabin made of? It's got a steel frame, and the rest of it is like ply and chipboard with a bit of aluminium frame, maybe, and plastic. There's no value in recycling it. So you just you chuck it. Oh, I've squelched. Yeah, which is kind of a shame though. but it's completely caused a problem. And it's just... My tax money! My tax money's paying for it, to get rid of it, because they can't just leave it there as it was. But there you go. Makes a change. I mean, it's not anything useful, is it? If it was actually something valuable, like you see things on Instagram or whatever. Like someone says, I found this tumble dryer left by the side of the street. Let me see if I can fix it. And they do something. And it was your classic planned obsolescence type part, like a door catch or something, or like a pulley has gone, and the machine's actually fine. You just need to do a repair on it, and it's fully usable, and that's wonderful. But you don't really get that things on the street, because if they were, then people grab it. I mean, I've had things before now where I've had, oh god damn it, did that actually leave? I think it did. No, didn't leave a mark on there. Is there not another path down here I need to go and clean up? There is, isn't there? Over that way, I think. Yeah, there is. Okay, let's get the stuff, and we will go and do that. Yeah, I've had things like that. I've hired skips before now, and put them outside the house to clean up. And I had things like all sorts of variety of scrap in there, and they nick certain things out of the skips and out of the or things that you leave by the side of the street. So a classic one, if you were to leave in Britain the did I? No. Like a fridge or a freezer, or a fridge freezer, all the genders of freezer, by the side of the road, then to be collected by your local authority, which you can do. They can take them away if you can't do it yourself. Sometimes they charge you a few quid for it. If you leave it too long, what will happen is someone will steal the compressor, the bit that, you know, compresses the fluid, the cooling fluid in there to make your freezer work. Now I don't quite know why, but there's obviously something valuable in there. Whichever, if it's actually the coolant itself or it's the component parts, I don't know. But they'll nick that. Whoever they might be, people looking out to make money of these things because it's worth a few quid. So if it was anything like that you were dumping, someone would take it. It's the things that got fly tipped, the things with no value or too little value to dispose of properly. I need a light down here. You know what's actually making it worse? Oh, it is that as well. Okay, my second screen is causing a bit of glare and making it harder for me to see. Is that something? It's a leg! Nice. Well, not very nice. So no, I'm not going to be producing any videos anytime soon that have like me doing DIY work on stuff, or rather repair works on things. Well, I could have made some, I guess. I've done numerous things around the house. I'm fairly handy. I've repaired fridges and freezers and all sorts of bits before now. Oh, I'm going to laser that, haven't I? Let me do that now. Oh, how did I miss you? Look at that. Big old bit of somebody. Bit of figgy or somebody over here. Oh well. What else is down here? Where's my light? Okay. Is this a little nest bit, or have I looked down here before? I can't remember. Not sure. Do not remember. You're quite full. Should we not risk it any further? Let's go and tip this out. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Oh no. Okay. How did that happen? Okay, there's a couple of ways to resolve this. Let me just think of what they are. Okay, we could laser this. Okay, we could laser it. Although what I might do, I might chicken out. And what I'll probably do is I might save and reload reload the save, because that might resolve it. I find that works sometimes. That is quite a unique one. I haven't seen that one for a while. I really quite need my bin, actually. I would quite like to have my bin. Let's chuck this and we'll try that. Okay, what we'll do, we will grab a bin on the way past, just in case we do need another one anyway. Just in case the bin problem has not resolved itself, and then we will melt. If not, we will melt the other bin. Yeah? Oh, no, it's still there. Okay. Right, careful me. Shall we... let's just leave it as a problem for later for now. Where was I? Down here? I was down here. Yeah. We can do that in a minute, can't we, eh? Yeah, this was a bucket. Yeah, I'm a real sucker for repair. Oh, bugger. I thought that surface was flat enough. I'm a real sucker for, like, repair and cleaning videos. As well as games, obviously. I've got no water. Oh, I've got one more run out of this water, I think. You know what, though? As I'm likely to drop it again, is it worth the risk? Probably. Let's get a fresh one. Let's get a fresh one. Let's do it. Let's do that. That's a good move. That's a good idea, mate. Yeah, you gotta have one good idea every day. At least one. Not necessarily more, but at least one. Right, I'm gonna squelch a bit going through here. Where is there a flatter surface through here? Should we just brave the mess? Oh, it's a bit bigger through here than I thought. Okay, it does come to an end. Oh, thank God. Right, okay. Don't swear at me. I know I can. I know I can swear. And it's silly that I don't swear, but sometimes... Piss! There we go. I just try not to. I try to use my other words, and end up just using a different set of swear words. What am I supposed to do with that, huh? When it's sitting there perfectly fine and it decides to go, no, I'm just going to... May had a hole in the bucket. Just leaked it all out. It's okay. It's alright. It's fine. Yes, not a problem. No one... It doesn't matter. Calm yourself. Oh God, look at it though. There's just nothing. They've got a bunch of bloody eggs over here. We're in the nest. Where am I going to put this damn bucket? Huh? Fodder, I'm asking you. Where the hell am I supposed to put this bucket? Unamused. I'm unamused. Right, let's get a lantern through here. We'll get a bin through. We'll put most of the loose organs in a bin. I know I'm going to be washing up a few different times here, because obviously I'm going to be tracking through, but let's reduce it a little bit. I was just thinking, oh, we're nearly there. We've got one more bit in the main room, or for the main room, I think, to clean, and we're done. But we're not. We're not done yet. Not by a long shot, but not by a short shot either. Someone got really exploded in here. Who got blown to pieces in here? Maybe someone tried to challenge that. They thought, okay, we've got to deal with these bugs finally. They've gone particularly bad because of the mining. They're finding enough of the mining. We've got to deal with them. We'll go to the nest. We'll go to the source of the problem. We'll go to the nest, and this seems to be one of the main concentrations of eggs, isn't it? They tried to go and confront it, and have to a degree, I guess, but only to a degree. For a certain value of success, they have succeeded, and had a drink while they're here. Because why not? It makes thirsty work. Do you think? You know when people started to get... If I move that bucket's going to get knocked over. Do you think when people started to get crystallified by touching the crystals... The workplace hazard. Do you think that made the bugs worse? What did the bugs think about a person who was becoming crystalline? Well, they didn't like the noise of mining. Oh. Can't see it. Maybe you can see it on the feed, but I can't see it. Oh, there's an arm. An arm and some bits. Okay. They don't like the noise of the crystals being mined. Somewhat about a body that's actually becoming crystals and wandering around. I mean, for annoying noises, you know, you think you've got your own... Everyone's got a selection of annoying noises, things they can't stand. You know, beyond the usual... people chewing. Sometimes people chewing. Oh, not all the time, but occasionally. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it really gets to me. And my youngest doesn't particularly like very, very loud sounds. He's got an issue with that. My wife, but the favourite one for her is the bird. Now the bird, Cooper, is very annoying in many ways. He specialises in annoying as a small parrot. It's just a thing to do with the breed. Any parrots are especially annoying. They're good at it. His speciality, which doesn't bother me but bothers her to an annoyed degree, is scrapey beak noise. Now, I'm not quite sure what he does. Remember, he's just a little bit bigger than a budgie. He's a very small bird. He does something where he's sort of like a teeth grinding thing, but with his beak. And I can't even describe to you what the noise is. Other than to say, imagine teeth grinding but a beak, you know? And it doesn't bother me at all for some reason. I don't know why. It just doesn't. My wife drives her to distraction, I think is a way of describing it. Drives her crazy. She just can't. She cannot. Oh, it's that bit. She cannot stand that noise. It is something, and I understand why. Even though I'm not bothered by it, I can understand why. You could understand hearing this noise like that. Why it would freak somebody out. Okay, now you've got a person who is becoming crystal. Maybe is quite a degree of crystal by now. And he's still clattering around the place, making zombie appropriate noises maybe. Oh, nearly. So I got distracted for a second there and kept pushing the forward button. A person who is now made of crystals and is now scraping their way around the place. You know, on the stony floors, scrapey crystal noises. Like dragging a bit of glass over some tiles. That sort of noise. If the bugs don't like the mining of the crystals, which I thought may be like a musical ringing noise, but maybe is more like a horrifying scratching noise, are they going to be happy about a body who's becoming crystalline? I'm betting no. I'm hedging on the side of no. They are very much not. They don't like it. And it's not even. I think it's not even that the bugs think you're abusing our precious crystals. No, they just hate the damn noise. It really grates on their spiracles. No, not spiracles. That's the breathing one, I think. What's a hearing organ for a bug, for an insect? You know when they hear down the side of their body, like that. I think it's spiracles. I think spiracles are like the things like ants have got. I think where they breathe to the side of their thorax. Is that right? Am I remembering my biology? Sometimes I say things with great confidence. It's one of the things because I have. Not confident at all. It's just something I do. not confident in the slightest. You can almost say I'm like making it up, or just being super confident about what I'm saying before saying it. Rather, while saying it. I don't know. Maybe is it? Am I remembering that correctly? Someone look it up. Someone Google it. I ain't gonna do it. You Google it. You have a look. Yeah, it's just bothering them. That's the thing, and that's what's really fired them up. Really ticked them off. Really like push them over the edge. Beak scraping noises for bugs. Is that what it was? Let's go and laser this. Ooh, someone got eaten. Someone got dragged out here and eaten, didn't they? That's what happened. Who is it? Oh no. Okay, well they were having a good old snack, weren't they? Old snacky poos over here. George and Mo went missing, and we found them. Here they are. I don't think we've got PIDs for this one, for these ones. It seems more like they were eating rather than being aggressive, but you know, I guess peeling someone's skin off does also fall into the realm of being aggressive. No, I don't see any PIDs. Okay, there's enough body parts. Come here. Ooh, come here, you. Come here. Let's give the viewer the best view of the proceedings. Wee sploosh. Yeah, we'll what we'll do. We need this bin. There's enough bits over here to do the bin, and then I think I need to do an egg run. And we're not going to try to be clever and precious about this. We're just going to grab the eggs and we're going to leg it through and chuck them all into the burning fire. Into the Disney lava ride that's happening over there. Any more bits over here? A bit more organs. Organs. Don't be trouble. Don't be trouble, Crisps. What are you arguing with? What's in there that's causing so much trouble? These things are interacting badly. Right, there we go. Maybe they weren't eating them. Maybe they were just breaking them down. Fertilizer. Fertilizer for the eggs, or like food for when the larvae come out. Although you lot look like larvae already, so that'll do. Right. Chuck this in, then we'll do a... for God's sake, we'll do a parts run, or an egg run.